Migration is a word we hear it almost every day. It is on the news, in our newspapers, and discussed in our communities. But what does it truly mean? In simple terms, migration is the movement of people from one place to another. This is not a new phenomenon. It is a story as old as humanity itself. People have always moved, searching for new opportunities, safety, or a different way of life. Some people move within their own country, perhaps from a small village to a big city. Others cross international borders, leaving their homeland behind to start afresh in a new nation. This is what we call international migration. When we talk about migrants in the United Kingdom, we are speaking about people who have come from other countries to live here. Some are students who come to study at our world-renowned universities. Some are skilled workers, doctors, engineers. And then there are those who arrive seeking protection. People we call asylum seekers, refugees who have fled war, persecution, or terrible danger in their home countries. It is important to understand these distinctions because they shape the debate. The term migrant can sometimes be used as a single broad label, but it covers a vast range of human experiences. A person who arrives with a work visa and a guaranteed job has a very different journey to someone who arrives on a small boat with nothing but the clothes on their back. The rules that apply to them are different, and the support they receive is different too. Understanding this complexity is the first step towards understanding why the issue of migration has become so prominent and at times so divisive in modern Britain. What is it about the United Kingdom that draws people from all corners of the globe? The reasons are as varied as the individuals themselves, but some common themes emerge. For many, the UK represents an opportunity for a better life. They see a country with a stable economy where hard work can lead to a secure future for themselves and their children. They hear of a society built on democracy, freedom of speech, the rule of law. Another significant factor is the English language. To understand the scale of migration, we must look at the numbers. These figures are often the focus of intense debate. It is important to see them clearly. According to the most recent data in late 2025, net migration remains a significant feature of the UK's demographic landscape. Net migration is the difference between those arriving to live here and those leaving. In the year ending June 2025, net migration was estimated around 550,000. This is a substantial figure, representing a decrease from the peak in 2023. The composition has been changing, with more arrivals from outside the European Union. This shift began after Brexit ended free movement. A points-based system now prioritises skilled workers in shortage sectors. Healthcare, technology. We have seen increases from India, Nigeria and the Philippines, many working in the NHS and social care. At the same time, arrivals via irregular routes, particularly small boats across the English Channel, capture attention. Irregular routes, small boats across the English Channel. These numbers are far smaller than legal migration, but have risen sharply. In 2024, over 40,000 people made this dangerous crossing. These arrivals are primarily asylum seekers. Backlogs in processing and accommodation challenges strain the system. For many who dream of a life in the UK, the journey is fraught with danger and immense hardship. This is particularly true for those travelling through irregular means, outside legal channels. Paths are long, winding and controlled by ruthless criminal gangs of people smugglers. Journeys can take months or years. They cross deserts, mountains and seas. Some are packed into lorries, hidden in containers, or trek for hundreds of miles on foot. They face exploitation, violence and abuse. Smugglers demand exorbitant sums. The final leg for many is the English Channel, one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world. Overcrowded, unseaworthy boats risk strong currents, cold water and sudden storms. The risk of capsizing is high. Tragically, lives have been lost, including women and children. Many arrive with nothing, suffering exhaustion, dehydration, malnutrition and exposure. The psychological toll is immense. On reaching British soil, their ordeal is not over. They are met by border force and taken to processing centres. Why not stop in the first safe country? Reasons are complex. Family or community ties, English language, perceptions of a fairer system, and better opportunities. Smugglers also push routes to the Channel. The arrival of migrants, particularly asylum seekers, has sparked strong reactions across the UK, revealing deep divisions. Some communities rally to help. Collections, classes and friendship. They point to Britain's sanctuary traditions. Elsewhere, housing in hotels and centres has led to protests. Residents worry about GP access, schools and housing. Politics and media amplify division. Some highlight human suffering, others focus on cost and capacity. Debate turns polarised, framed as open borders versus pulling up the drawbridge, leaving little room for nuance. When a migrant arrives in the UK, they face a complex set of rules depending on how and why they came. Legal routes are planned and approved in advance. For work visas, apply from abroad, job offer from a licensed sponsor, salary threshold and English ability. Students must have a confirmed place and funds. For asylum seekers via irregular routes, Border Force processes details and conducts screening. Temporary accommodation follows. Housing may be in hotels or centres. They cannot work and receive a small allowance. A substantive interview tests fear of persecution by race, religion, nationality, political opinion or social group under the 1951 Refugee Convention. Recent laws, including the Nationality and Borders Act and the Illegal Migration Act, emphasise inadmissibility for those arriving illegally via safe countries, with possible removal to home states or to a third country such as Rwanda. To truly understand this issue, we must listen to the voices of those directly involved. A young man targeted for his activism speaks of fear, threats to family, a perilous journey, and a wish to work, learn and contribute. A long-term resident worries about GP access, schools and her town changing without consultation. Anxiety, not hatred. An officer faces logistics, security, policy, criminal gangs and international complexity, managing a pressured system. These stories differ, yet each contains a truth we must hold together. Migration will remain central to Britain's future. Conflict, poverty and climate change will continue to drive movement. Expect emphasis on border security and deterrence. Yet, economic needs and an ageing population require legal migration routes. Solutions demand international cooperation. Patrols, intelligence sharing, processing and tackling root causes.